Hey, this is Leon.
Hi, this is Juliana from Cilver, and you
You
are
are
watching
watching Artisan News.
Perfect. So, first off, you guys are here at the Rockin' Derby, the inaugural Rockin' Derby. Are you guys excited for the festival, and who are you most excited to see?
Yeah, we're definitely excited. It's a cool festival. We've never been a part of something like this before in terms of having like a derby and lots of mud and barn animals.
Yeah, I'm super
Pretty
excited to
interesting.
see the whole car crush thing going on, the derby stuff.
Yeah.
Never seen that before in my life. And I think that is going to be absolutely amazing. In terms of bands, man, I'm going to be by the stage watching everyone. This is just me. A lot of friends here, Hellstorm and Avatar, and all. So there's a lot of people that we know, and a lot of new bands that we haven't had the chance to check out. So it's going to be really a good day today for us, not just playing, but also watching shows, just like any other person here.
And you guys recently released the album "Not the End of the World." What was the toughest? What were some of the toughest parts of recording that album?
It's a good question. So
Let me start by saying Leon produced that record. So asking him what was the toughest part of making that record, it's a loaded. As you see, he choked. He's
Yeah,
like,
it's
what?
like-
Where do I start?
it was an awesome experience. I worked with Johnny K in his studio in Chicago, Groove Master Studios, and so we did a lot of writing before, and when we got to Chicago, we did some pre-production, and the hardest part about making a record was trying to make it the most organic sounding record we could. I didn't want to make like an overproduced sounding record. I wanted to keep it really true to the keep it about the vocal performance, the lyrical content, and just some cool rock guitar sounds, which is important for us. So, and we lived in there, and it's like 6 stories, so his vocal thing is on the 6th floor, the guitar is on the 1st floor, and it's like physically like running up and down like while she's recording vocals and doing drum track. It was
I think
funny.
for me to answer, the hardest part of making the record was writing the lyrics for "I'm America." It was a process in itself, because not only that the message that it carries is extremely important, but I wanted to make sure, and we collectively wanted to make sure that we are giving America and our listeners the right message that we want them to take from us. And it took a while. We actually wrote the very last line right before jumping in the van to go back to New York City. So we're looking for that one line for that long. So that was probably the biggest challenge.
It's our debut record, and it's a lot of, you know, we're our worst critics, so it is a lot of pressure. We wanted to make it as perfect as possible, and having the responsibility as producing that record with Johnny K was, I it was my baby. I just wanted to make it as great as possible. So far, the response has been awesome. So.
And as a newer band, a lot of our fans might not be familiar with you guys. Could you give us just sort of an overview of what you're all about and what you hope fans will take away from listening to the music?
Sure.
Sure. We stand for a lot of things, but one thing you should know, we might seem like we're a new band. We've been grinding in an underground for over 10 years in different shapes and forms. And Leon and I have been writing together for a very long time. And finally, Cilver came to life. And I guess we found with Cilver the magic that we're looking for, to stay true to ourselves as artists. Before we're pushed in different directions that weren't necessarily what we wanted, which is rock. I think, as you can hear, I have an accent. I was born and raised in Romania. I came here with my mother. It's been a long journey for the two of us, but she wanted me to have a better future. She wanted me to be in a country that will offer me a future. And that is something that's very precious for me. And that is the reason why I felt like writing a song like "I'm America," it will make a lot of sense, and that is our anthem for unification. I feel like America right now is extremely divided in so many ways. We're not a political band, but it's just things that we're noticing as you're watching TV and you're seeing all these things that are happening to America. Everyone is pulling and pushing in all these directions, and writing a song like that made a lot of sense to us. So these are things that we stand for as a band collectively. These are just the surface of who we are as people. We all live in New York City, a melting pot, love this country, and I hope you also love our music.
And it's interesting that you pointed out that you came from another country here. Do you feel like that plays a role in your music?
Yes and no. Maybe more in the lyrical content, as we talk about things from a different perspective, from a perspective of trying to, have an uphill battle at all times, overcoming things. From that point of view, yes.
And,
But rock and roll is international, man. It's been born in America, but now it's international. You can't stop it.
Your track, I'm America, I thought that was just a brutal yet refreshing take on what modern American society is all about. How did you guys develop the concept for that song, and how do you feel the reaction is getting?
The song or the video? Both. I think brutal honesty is exactly what we are going for. We got a lot of for going that route with the video, at least.
Can I say? I just said it.
But at the same time, it goes back to your earlier question: is what's Cilver all about? I mean, we're pretty organic and honest. We play our instruments, we sing our songs, we write our music, and it's just an evolution of showing what I'm America is about. There was a lot of different things that we could have done with that track and with that video, and for us, it was more about, hey, it's not sunglasses and rainbows all the time. There's a lot of and there's pain and there's some ugliness
and uphill battles.
So why not show it? So.
And with the video, how did you come up with the idea of this young girl sort of being exposed to this world first?
Yeah. That was and probably the sixth or seventh script that we had come up with. We had so many different ideas for that, and again, it was just as hard to come up with a visual than what Juliana was saying about writing the lyrics for that song. Because when you're doing a song about America, it's like a fine line between being cheesy and offensive and patriotic. Like we wanted to have something that was very organic and real,
well balanced.
Yeah, and so we just figured, that. There's a lot. Obviously, we have a female vocalist, and there's a lot of things that talk about empowering women for our record.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to play on that young girl who's experiencing things for the first time, and not just show her, all the beautiful things. Like there's things in there that the first scene in there when that she sees it's kind of like, whoa, what are you watching? And we got. But again, that's the point of the video. We're not gonna hide it. You wear it all. Wear it on your sleeve. So.
I feel like it ties up with the lyrical content as well, because in the song it gets a little bit personal in certain parts of the lyrics, even though we didn't mean the song to be all about ourselves. It's about every single. We hope that every single person who's listening to the song can it can translate to them as well, and find pieces in there that resonate with the listener. But I do talk about coming here to United States with my mother. So there's the mother figure, there's the female figure that is very important in the song. So having a little girl who's learning about her heritage, about the history of America, her history basically, and carrying that on as she grows up, I thought that was extremely important to have in the video and portray of how you need to know who you are, you need to know your history, you need to know how much people have sacrificed so you can have the things that you have today. And I think that's the main idea that we wanted to express in the video, with the little girl learning about all the good and the bad and the ugly that America had to go through.
And especially for you, do you feel like there's any particular challenges or hardships that you face being a strong female presence in the rock world?
Definitely more in the beginning than now. I guess probably now, as we are establishing ourselves a little bit more, it's a little bit easier. But in the beginning, when I first, you know, started my career in the United States, and I really didn't speak English, so there are a lot of people who are non-believers, and then you are in a male-dominated world, so it's a there were a lot of battles. I put my head down, worked as hard as I could. Didn't take no for an answer, and literally I had nothing to lose, to be honest. I mean, I had nothing to lose. I came from overseas. My mom said to me, "This is the land of free," and you make the best out of it. And I hope I made her proud.
I bet you did.
Thank you.
You recently celebrated a birthday. How was that, being on tour? Did you do anything special?
We're actually about to wrap up our tour with 6 a.m. Absolutely amazing tour, amazing band, amazing people. And like I said before, we've been grinding it in the underground for forever. But one fun fact is I have never celebrated a birthday on stage. It always falling before or after. So this is the first time. It was literally on the day of my birthday, and it was absolutely fantastic. We had a cake on stage. We shared it with everyone at the merch stand. It was like a big party with a crowd. So it was absolutely fantastic. It wasn't anything crazy, but that in itself made me extremely happy, because sharing with people who are watching you perform and allowing us to play our music to them, and then allowing us to share those personal moments is extremely precious and extremely important.
I was going to ask about, tour at 6 a.m., how that's been going. Have you guys had any interesting interactions with them?
Yes,
Any
of
crazy
course.
tour stories?
Yeah. Well, we'll keep what happened on. We'll keep it under wraps as
Yeah.
much as possible. But they've been
No, nothing
they've been
to
awesome.
say.
They've been really cool. They, it's an honor for a young band.
There's a party bus.
Yeah. It's an honor for a young band like ours to get asked to play with them. I'm sure there were hundreds or thousands of bands that wanted that opportunity, but he played one of our songs on Sixth Sense, and he selects all the bands, but all of them, James Michael, DJ Ashba, Nikki Sixx, they're all amazing human beings, and they're all really fun to watch and inspiring.
They were very caring. They multiple times came to check if we have everything we need, and that's amazing, because sometimes people don't necessarily have to care about younger bands that way, but they did, and we might have partied a little much. We might have, but I'm not sure. But it's been a good tour. That's how I'm gonna say. And in terms of crowd and participation, it's been unbelievable. The response we got. We went in without expecting much. I can't assume anything, and people really connected and loved it. And it's been an honor to be part of it.
Are there any bands out there that you admire and look up to that you'd like to work with or tour with or along with?
Yeah, there's.
Let me take the list out.
Yeah, go ahead. There's a lot. I mean,
Oh my God,
there's a lot of
so
really
many.
great bands that are doing some awesome things. So we did a few dates with Hailstorm in the middle of the 6
Would
a.m.
love to
tour.
go back with them on
Yeah.
tour. Seven Dust.
We're fans of Ghost, so.
So there's so much.
Yep.
And what is coming up the next 6-7 months?
We have a new song going to radio in the next couple weeks. Hopefully supporting that. Our record just came out a few weeks ago, so continuing to stay on the road and touring, and probably a new song, new video, and we'll see what happens.